Thanks again for joining me in my channel, your friendly neighborhood contractor here. And today I'm going to be showing you how to silicone your bath surround. Now the very first step of doing so, and I can't stress this enough, is that you need to make sure that your surface is clean. Otherwise, if you've got a little debris in there or so forth, that's going to come right out of that silicone. And then good luck cleaning that up afterwards. So in order for you to clean, I definitely recommend some utility blades, a dust brush, and of course some type of acetone or even methyl hydrate, something dry. You don't want to use Varsol or you don't want to use paint thinner because it leaves that like residue. So anyway, very simple. So what we've done here already is we've cleaned it all up for you. So we have a nice clean surface to work with, and it doesn't matter whether you're working with wood, whether you're a plumber, an electrician, whoever you are. Everyone knows that the clean surface or clean work area provides a much better product in terms of your work. It shows the homeowner or your client or whomever it might be a nice clean finished job. So let's get started. Okay, so now you've got a nice clean surface to work with. The next couple of things you're going to need is, of course, your caulking gun, your silicone of whatever you choose to use. It doesn't matter what you like. You can do your research. You can find out what kind of silicones do what. It makes no difference. And of course, a damp rag. In my previous video, I was showing you guys how to use latex caulking. And similar things will apply here. The only difference is that you've got to be very careful with silicone. It's not very forgiving. But I will show you a couple of techniques that should work out to your benefit. And if it doesn't, don't worry. If you're doing it for the first time, don't get discouraged. You'll be able to get a hang of it. So the first thing I do is, again, same thing with the tip. I cut it straight. I don't cut it at an angle because, like I said, that defeats the purpose of what needs to be done. Now, if you do cut it on an angle and that works for you, that's great. That's fantastic. No problem. But I'm going to show you a method that is going to maybe make your life a little bit easier. Now, the first thing about knowing about silicone is what kind of gaps you have in your tiles. If you've got an 1/8 of an inch gap, then I highly recommend you make your opening for the tip 1/8 of an inch. Reason for that is because you'll get a nice consistent line all over. If you've got this fat silicone bead, that doesn't look very attractive and it doesn't look clean. But if you have 1/16 of a gap in your tiles, then try to make the tip 1/16. So in this case, we've got a little bit greater than 1/16, but we're going to go with it, and I'll show you how to use it. So again, the method is simple. You go in towards what you're working in. Reason for that is because you can force that silicone in those gaps, rather than pulling back in it. That's one. And if you notice that, okay, you know what, I'm lacking a little bit, no problem. Go back to that area. Again, just a nice consistent bead. You can see that the tube itself is doing the work for me practically. And it's nice and clean. Now the next step of what you want to do is you want to take your rag, go around with your finger, just the same way you would do caulking, and a final tool. Now again, you're left with very little residue. So at the end of it, once you're done, you should get a nice consistent bead all the way going into the corners. And there you have it. Now, one thing to keep in mind, guys, if you happen to screw up or make a mess, don't worry about it. Definitely don't panic, because what you're going to be doing then afterwards is you're going to allow that silicone to dry. Once it's dry, then cut it out with the utility knife, and then again apply some acetone or methyl hydrate just to clean it up. Make sure that surface is clean again, and then try it again. But don't, whatever you do, don't try to clean it up. Don't try to go with the rag, because you're just going to make a mess and it's going to spread and it's going to go all over your fingers and then you're just going to make one big mess. So there you have it, guys. That's the way you silicone a bath surround. I really hope this video helped you guys out. Please, by all means, click that like button down there. It only just takes 2 seconds to do. And please, definitely subscribe. There's plenty more videos coming up. I'll show you guys a lot more things that you can do around the house yourself, or what to expect from a contractor when they come from you. Thank you so much again, guys, and I'll see you soon. Friendly Neighborhood Contractor.